Sanders will be running in 2020, according to a Sanders associate who helped him with his Senate bid. So The Hill, this article title reads, Sanders keeping door open on 2020. So they say Senator Bernie Sanders, who battled Hillary Clinton in the 2016 Democratic primary and created a revolutionary movement among millennials, is having discussions about running for president again. Quote, yes is the answer, said one Sanders associate who helped with the senator's previous bid in response to a question about whether the independent senator from Vermont had begun to think about another run. Quote, he thinks he's earned the right to run again, and he believes if he would have been the Democratic candidate, he would have won against Trump. Now, there is absolutely nothing that would prove otherwise. All of the data that we have shows that Bernie Sanders would have defeated President Trump in a landslide. There was even a poll recently released that showed that Bernie Sanders would smash Trump extremely hard. So there is no doubt in my mind that Bernie Sanders would win. Now, why, do you ask? Well, I'll give you a few reasons here. My main one being the numbers, the poll data. So what you had is that the election in 2016 with Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump ended up being one in which the polling data was within the margin of error. That's the truth. If you objectively looked at the data, it was a margin of 2 to 3 points of error, and that she was basically nationally tied or had 1 or 2 or 3 points ahead. So you had it within the margin of error, and that's the truth. The predictions that you had were not the numbers speaking, but rather people making their analysis. So that's why when people say, we can't trust polls anymore, oh my God. No, the polls were correct. They were within the margin of error. So you can trust the polls. Now, the idea, like I said, the idea that the polls were wrong is just completely incorrect. Additionally, Bernie Sanders was blazing this guy. He was beating the crap out of him. He was he was up by as much as 10 points. Even the Rasmussen and the Republican Fox News polls had him up. You can go to the Real Clear Politics one. And again, the second set of numbers, we had a recent one come out that showed that Hillary Clinton would still lose. Bernie Sanders would still win. Now, why is this, you ask? Well, number one, Hillary Clinton had massive baggage, okay? There are a lot of idiots who don't understand much about politics, so they would say, oh, I like Trump because there's nobody better, or anybody but Clinton, or, yada, 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 because there's scandal after scandal, with her Clinton Foundation, and you have her voting for the Iraq War, the TARP bailout, and all this different stuff. NAFTA. I mean, the list is endless. I mean, the 90s, she was for single payer, now she's not. When she ran against Obama in 2008, she was against gay marriage, and now she is. All of a sudden, she flipped in 2013 once the polls flipped. I mean, we've been over this, and I feel like a broken record at this point, right? But the point here being that I'm trying to stress to you guys that the ideas and rhetoric pushed by Bernie Sanders, backed by his long-lasting, basically whole life consistency on the issues. He had wrote a letter way back when, I think it was in the 70s, where he was saying that gay marriage should be legalized, and that marijuana should be legalized as well. And he marched with Martin Luther King Jr. at the hardest time. He got arrested for protesting at the I Have a Dream speech. If you could show me someone with a better record than him, I would be shocked. And you know why? It's because you cannot. It's similar to Jeremy Corbyn, where there's I seen a photo of him protesting the apartheid state of South Africa. I mean, these guys, not only do they have the correct ideas, and we're going to get into that, because he focused on the issues, if you recall, and he was not a corrupt candidate. He had broken records for small donations from the people. So he was for the people and by the people, literally by his donations. So And if you recall, I remember Martin Shkreli had sent him money, and this dude sent him the money back. Bernie Sanders said, no, I don't want your scum-ass money, you EpiPen-raising piece of shit. Actually, wait, no, sorry, it wasn't the EpiPen, my mistake. I believe it was the medicine that people with HIV needed to cure it. But the point here being, and I'm going on a tangent, is that Bernie Sanders would have smashed Trump to no end. He had challenged him to a debate, and he had denied because he knew that he would lose. This was during the primaries, of course, but nevertheless, it would have been quite a spectacle. And honestly, Bernie Sanders needs to run in 2020. I really hope he runs in 2020. Even if he's sick, as long as he picks a good VP, I'm fine with it. What's up, guys? It's Saul Hill here. You guys are watching The Progressive Voice. Make sure you guys click subscribe down below. We're fighting Donald Trump tooth and nail, and we need your help.